What if the most powerful moment in history didn't look powerful at all? What if victory looked like defeat, hope looked like loss, and love was nailed to a cross? This is the story of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ, a story that changed the world forever. Jesus had become impossible to ignore. Wherever he went, people followed him. He healed the sick, welcomed the rejected, and spoke about God not as distant and angry, but as a loving Father who cared deeply for every person. His words gave hope to the broken and courage to the forgotten. But not everyone welcomed his message. Religious leaders felt threatened by him. Jesus challenged their authority and exposed their hypocrisy. He spoke about a kingdom built on humility, forgiveness, and love, not power or control. And because of that, they decided he had to be stopped. Late one night, Jesus was betrayed by one of his own followers, Judas. Soldiers arrested him and took him away as his closest friends fled in fear. Jesus was put on trial, but it wasn't fair. False accusations were made and witnesses lied. Even the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, could find no real fault in him. Still, the crowd demanded his death. "Crucify him!" they shouted. Under pressure, Pilate gave in. Jesus was beaten severely. Soldiers mocked him, placed a crown of thorns on his head, and forced him to carry a heavy wooden cross through the streets. Though exhausted and wounded, Jesus did not fight back. He walked that painful road in silence. Eventually, he was taken to a hill called Golgotha. There, soldiers nailed his hands and feet to the cross and lifted it into place. Jesus hung between two criminals, suffering one of the most painful deaths imaginable. Yet even in his agony, his words were filled with love. "Father, forgive them," he said, "for they do not know what they are doing." As hours passed, darkness covered the land. Jesus struggled to breathe. He cried out in pain. And then, with his final breath, he said, "It is finished," and he died. At that moment, the earth shook and the sky grew dark. Jesus' body was taken down from the cross and placed in a tomb. A large stone was rolled over the entrance, and Roman guards were posted to make sure no one could interfere. To his followers, everything seemed lost. Their teacher was dead. Their hope was gone. Fear filled their hearts. But the story did not end there. Early on the third day, women went to the tomb to prepare Jesus' body. When they arrived, they noticed something shocking. The stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Suddenly, angels appeared and said, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen." Jesus was alive. Soon after, Jesus appeared to his followers. He spoke with them, walked with them, and ate with them. The same people who had been afraid just days earlier were now filled with courage and joy. The resurrection proved that death did not win. It showed that suffering does not have the final word. Failure does not have the final word. Even death does not have the final word. Love does. The crucifixion shows us how far love is willing to go. Jesus chose sacrifice so humanity could be restored to God. The resurrection shows us that hope can rise from even the darkest moments. No matter how broken life feels, new life is possible. What looked like the end was actually the beginning, a beginning of grace, forgiveness, and hope for the world. And that is why, more than 2,000 years later, the story of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ is still changing lives today.